So I just rolled out of bed and I was granted a gift from YouTube. I received an email that said, hey, your Warrior Cats video has been put back up because the person who falsely filed a DMCA takedown, So your video's back up. Woo! You know how that happened? My legal team went after them and won, as we always do. I still don't know why anyone even tries to test this at all, but in celebration, because people were so mad about the Warrior Cats video, let's take a look at some of the babies in the comments. Now that the video's back up, I can actually do that. Let's take a look at some of the babies leaving comments, being all offended and upset that I said mean things and bullied them. Let's take a look, shall we?
Behold, the mysterious floating orb.
But of course, as always, before we begin, make sure you got that bell bung down below. Click on the bell and then click on it again and choose all notifications. Also, you have to subscribe to do that. So it's like a 4-step process, which used to be just 1 step. You just had to click subscribe before, but now you have to do all that because you know how YouTube is. Haha, it's great. Hell yeah, dude. Anyway, I'm Gloria Borger. Let's just jump right into it. Our first bit of news today, the most requested story of the day. The first comment we're gonna look at on the video is this one from Crunchy Bone. Also, I recommend you go watch the Warrior Cats video before watching this, because otherwise you won't know what the frick I'm talking about. Our first comment, hi, you're making me and most likely some other people in the Warriors community uncomfortable, especially the animators. Like, I know you're pretty new to all these maps and such, but reviewing these as someone who's not really experienced in the community is especially deteriorating. I'm sure the artists appreciate all the positive criticism and such, but I don't know, man. It feels wrong to me. Also, having a frame of one of my most respected animators I've watched for years in your thumbnail with edgy map on it feels very rude, and I take offense to that. After watching some of your videos, I do see why you make these, and I understand your sense of humor and point of view, but I'm kindly asking if you can keep the Warriors community out of this. Thank you. Absolutely not. I will not be keeping the Warriors community out of this at all. In fact, every single map review from now on is going to be a Warrior Cats map until I run out of maps to review, or until you all stop reacting like little babies. Then I'll stop. But until then, it's hilarious. I'm just gonna keep doing it. And I can make more response videos like this and make more ad revenue. You're making me and most likely some other people uncomfortable, especially the animators. I don't care if I'm making you uncomfortable. That's the whole point of hearing opinions that you don't agree with. It makes you uncomfortable, but it's good for you. Just like I'm listening to your comment. It doesn't make me uncomfortable, but if I was you and I was criticizing you in a comment like this, you'd feel uncomfortable because you're thin-skinned. You need to grow a thicker skin if you're gonna be on the internet. And you need to understand some people may not like what you make because what you made is pretty bad. This map is really bad. It's actually not that bad though, that's the thing. Criticism is supposed to make you feel uncomfortable because guess what? How else are people gonna tell you that what you make is bad? It's just not gonna happen. That's the whole point. To all these maps and stuff, but reviewing these as someone who's not really experienced in the community is especially deteriorating. So I have to have made maps to review them. It's the same thing. This is like night and night difference. There's no difference. I was gonna say night and day, but that would be a difference. There's no difference between this and how the animation meme community reacted to me creating animation meme review. They were like, oh my, have you been animated yourself? You can't score these if you've never animated. You can't criticize this. I'd like to see you make an animation meme. Same argument as before. I've said this a million times. Next time you're at a restaurant and the food tastes bad, you can't send it back or complain about it at all unless you are a professional chef yourself. Well, oh my gosh. Shut the hell up. Can't criticize a movie unless you've produced a movie yourself. You know what I'm saying? Having a frame of one of my most respected animators I've watched for years in your thumbnail with edgy map on it feels very rude. What do you want me to say? The map is edgy. It's incredibly edgy. It takes itself way too freaking seriously. The voice acting is way over the top. It feels like I'm watching two people at an anime convention acting out a scene from an anime. You know how they overact everything? That's exactly what it's like watching, and it's edgy. It's edgy and it's cringy. What else do you want me to say? That's all there is to it. I will use whatever I want for the thumbnail. It got you to click on it, didn't it? I'm kindly asking if you can keep the Warriors community out of this. No, I don't care what you want me to do. It's not your YouTube channel. This is my channel. I'm gonna do what I want. Time to Sleep says, rating a map review. Information known about map, 0 out of 5. Constructive criticism, 0 out of 5. Information about animation, 0 out of 5. Just in general being nice in the review, 0 out of 5. Oh shit, son. They used my own scoring system against me, wow. But it doesn't work because this wasn't a map, this was a map review. I haven't heard that, I haven't seen that in over like 1,000 comments on both animation meme review and map review. People think they're like, oh, I'm so witty, I'm gonna score his review. You got me. If you're gonna review something, try to know something about it. The names in the bottom right corner are the animator's name. The first map part was just an introduction and not really meant to be animated. The different styles are how each artist draws the character. The map isn't meant to have everyone look the same. You are rate on how you view the art, which is totally biased and not an accurate rating. What the hell do you think this is? This show, map review, is my opinion. Every single opinion is biased. You rate on how you view the art? What am I supposed to, I'm supposed to rate on how other people view the art? This is my review. It's not everyone else's review that I'm telling. It's my review. What do you mean? The different styles are how each artist draws the character. The map isn't meant to have everyone look the same. So take your map and multiply it by about 1 million. Multiply the number of animators who work on it by literally probably 1,000. That's how many animators work on a Disney film, like The Lion King, and they're able to make all the characters look the same throughout the whole movie. Why? Because they are able to be consistent with each other. And that's what a map should be. The map host should make sure that everyone can be consistent with each other. A great example of that is the next map in map review that we'll be reviewing was very consistent throughout the whole thing. Even with different art styles, the characters look the same. It was very consistent. This one is just all over the freaking place, and it's disorienting to watch because you don't know what character is which because they're drawn completely differently. It's almost impossible to watch and understand what's happening. So yes, maps should be consistent throughout the whole thing. They can vary, the parts can vary slightly, but it can't vary too much to the point where it's like, it looks like a totally different video that I'm watching, you know? It shouldn't be that way. Next time you rate something, here is how you should rate it. Absolutely not. You will not tell me how to rate anything. Absolutely not. I will rate it how I want to rate it. You are mad because I said negative things about the map. And you're trying to change my rating system to make yourself get a higher score because you don't want to have anything negative said about you because it makes you feel sad and uncomfortable. Whoa. Even though you need to hear it because your stuff is bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm not changing the scoring system to make people feel better about themselves when their art is not good. They need to improve. That's the whole point of this show, is to help people improve and to make money bullying people. Instead of on people for content, try to be helpful with your reviews. Or if that's too hard, just leave that animation community and find something more productive with your life instead of on others for content. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. No, every map review is gonna be Warrior Cats from now on until you all stop doing this. You're acting like a child, like literally, until you all stop doing this, it's all gonna be Warrior Cats. All of the map reviews, because this is hilarious. It's hilarious to watch. Applewing says, okay, everyone in this map is really talented and their parts are amazing no matter how long someone is animating. Absolutely not. What you're saying is that everyone who animates is amazing no matter what because they animate. Absolutely, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Absolutely not. Not everyone is amazing. Most people are bad. I don't know why are you thinking this is funny or something. Because of these comments, you guys. The way you all respond is the funny part. It's not what I say in my videos. It's the way you all respond to the comments that is the funny part. Everyone was really good, so don't say that someone have not fitting style to others. That's your opinion. And my opinion was what I said in my map review, which is different than your opinion. That's what an opinion is. I don't care if you think they're good. I don't think they're good. They're not objectively good or objectively bad, although they are objectively bad. Keely Bratz says, I usually enjoy these things and understand they are a form of comedy, but I greatly disagree with this video. The classic, oh, I usually like your videos, Pkrussl, but this time you made fun of something that I like, so I'm taking it personally, rather than understanding that you're pretty much just joking all the time on YouTube and not to be taken seriously, Parker. I'm gonna take it personally instead and write this long comment about how I'm offended. That's what this comment is. See, the thing about maps, unless stated otherwise, map parts aren't all meant to look the same. Yes, animators can and should use the same designs, but the whole point of a map is to see how well different animators can make their parts flow without changing their style. Right, and this one did a bad job at that. It didn't flow well at all. You don't have to like the style, but I feel the way you graded them was rather unfair. Lots of the parts that moved more went unshaded because it would take more time to shade all those frames. And most animators take on multiple map parts that all have due dates, so they have to decide how they can split up their time. How about this? Don't take on all those maps, because when you do that, you have to put out worse quality content than if you just focus on only what you can actually handle and get done. That's not an excuse for turning in bad work. Take the extra step to shade it. It's not complete until every step is done. If you don't shade your art, it is not complete. Some very specific styles do not require shading, but that's very rare. Everything in this map required shading, and everything that didn't have shading because the animator was too lazy to take the extra step, which isn't an extra step, it's just an expected step, but they left that out. If you work at an animation studio of any tier, whether it's Disney, Nickelodeon, anything, if you turn in unshaded work, unless the style of the cartoon does not call for shading for some reason, then you will be fired immediately. They will laugh you right out of there. You don't turn in incomplete work and say, oh, it would have taken too much time to finish the work, so I just didn't do it. You know, you'll get laughed right out. You'll get fired immediately. Doodles says, I'm not a hater or anything like that. I'm just saying my opinion. Please don't insult or hate if you reply to my comment, or just don't if you feel like you want to. Thanks. Here we go. I find your video extremely disrespectful. People spent days making these parts. The host probably spent hours, edited the map. Whole video. Criticizing it, even on the title, isn't respectful of a map that took months to complete. So it took months to complete, so I'm not allowed to criticize it. Okay, bye. Okay, you little dumbass. You are never allowed to criticize a movie, ever again. You're never allowed to go into a movie and pay money to see the movie, watch the movie, and then say, you know what? That movie wasn't worth my money. I didn't enjoy the movie. You can't say that because it took months or even years to make. You can never say, oh, I don't like that song, ever, because songs take months to make. You're never allowed to criticize anything that takes time to make, ever again. A drawing, never. You can't criticize that. Anything, you're not allowed to do it. What the hell is wrong with you people? I can criticize anything I want. And so can you. This video that I made, the map review took time to make, but here you are criticizing it. I thought you weren't allowed to do that. This video took hours to make. Here you are criticizing it. What about all the hard work that went into the video? Why did you rate the animation and style? Because it's a multi-animator project. Animation is literally in the name of what it is. Why would I not rate animation? Why would I not rate the style? Art is a huge part of animation because you can't spell part without art, and it's a part of animation. The art is what is being animated. The style of the art is just as important as the animation. So yes, I'm gonna score both those. The hell is wrong with you? We do all start somewhere, and most of the animators here were new at animation. Being new at something doesn't mean what you make isn't bad. My first YouTube videos were terrible. They were really bad. You wanna see a clip? Here's a little clip of one of my old videos when I was 12. They suck. I was new at making YouTube videos. Are you not allowed to say that it's a bad video? It's a bad video. Just because you're new at something doesn't mean you're not allowed to criticize it. If that was the case, I couldn't say that Fallout 76 is a bad game, even though it is, because Bethesda is new at online multiplayer Fallout. It's a shitty game. I'm allowed to criticize it, even if the person who made it or company who made it is brand new to it. That has no effect on whether the art is good or not. What is wrong with your brains? You're all trying to look for any little excuse to not have your work criticized. I don't even know why, because criticism helps you understand what's wrong with your art and how you can fix it and make it better. It's like everyone has this adverse reaction to being told, oh, this could use improvement, or oh, this looks like shit. That helps you. Do you just want to stagnate and be bad forever? Why is everyone so against it? I don't understand. You also talked about the voice acting on here. If you knew Warrior Cats, you would have known Blue Star was kind of paranoid and crazy on the map's scene. So the voice acting fits the character very well. Same for Fireheart. The voice actor did a super great job. Also, I don't think that someone who's constantly screaming or messing around with the editing can really criticize animation or voice acting. So I'm not allowed to criticize because I have editing in my videos. Okay, all right, thank you Doodles for the lovely comment that used a lot of brain power. This might be the dumbest comment so far. There's probably more dumb ones that we're gonna look at in just a second. The voice acting was terrible. And you don't think the voice acting was bad. Because guess what? It's your opinion that the voice acting was good. It's my opinion that the voice acting was bad. There's no fact there. So because I don't agree with your opinion, I'm now a terrible person. You guys, you're all taking this too personally. When you're criticized, even if it's a mean criticism, you don't take it personally. You say, oh, my art that I have made needs to be better. I'm not calling you as a person bad. If you leave comments like this, you're kind of an idiot as a person. But I think everyone takes everything too personally now. Everywhere. You see it all the time, you know? It's ridiculous. Stop it. You know, a lot of times people can only come back with, oh, you're just screaming the whole time, so you can't criticize something. Oh, you have pimples on your face. You can't criticize this. Oh, you look like a lesbian. You can't criticize this. Oh, your voice is nasally. You can't criticize this. You guys, you're making fun of me as a person. Something that I don't do to anyone who is in these maps, who makes map parts. I'm making fun of your art, not you as a person. So that just makes you look really bad to come back and make fun of me as a person rather than my video, you know? Constantly screaming. So I'm not allowed to criticize voice acting because I'm constantly screaming in my videos. Okay, not to hate or anything, but I feel absolutely and completely upset with this video. These animators are my role models. Great, hardworking, and kind. And then you had to just badmouth them in front of our faces. Thanks a lot. It just ruined my encouragement to learning art. And I bet there are others like me who feel just the same. If you no longer want to become an artist because of my video, you don't deserve to be an artist. I've said it before, I'll say it again. If hearing negative criticism towards somebody else makes you not want to be an artist, you don't deserve to be an artist, because guess what? You're never going to be a good artist unless you take criticism into consideration. In order to have that happen, you have to listen to criticism, and you have to not hear something slightly negative, you know, and say, oh, I'm going to quit forever because I'm sad. You're never going to become an artist anyway, if that's the mindset you have. So you don't deserve to be one. Grow a thicker skin and learn that criticism is helpful, even if it's mean. It might also help to understand that my videos are made for entertainment. That's why I'm slightly meaner than I would be were I to criticize something in real life, because it's entertaining. And everyone knows that if they have common sense. But if you don't, you think I'm just bullying people. Also, these animators spend days drawing frame by frame, sometimes for the whole night without sleep. Art is not made by just drawing two sloppy lines. It's hard and it takes practice. Animation is hard. Oh, so you can't tell me that it's bad because it's hard. Oh my God, it's so hard. You know what was hard? My YouTube video that we looked at earlier, my old YouTube video, that was hard to make and it was bad. Doesn't matter how hard something is to make, it's bad. Fallout 76 was probably very hard to make and it's bad. No Man's Sky, when it first came out, probably really hard to make and it's bad. It has no effect on whether the product is good or not. Whether it's hard or not, it has no effect. I've said this, I feel like I'm a broken record at this point. It's like a repeat of what happened, literally, with the animation meme community. This is now what the map community is doing to me. and it's hilarious. It's literally the same thing. This is disrespectful, and at least don't call maps edgy. What else am I supposed to call it? It's edgy. What do you want me to say? It's an edgy map. This map is beautiful, and maybe you can try drawing or animating something for once. Then maybe you can learn how it feels, and someone goes like, oh, I give it a 2 because of blah blah. I already know how it feels. Someone just scored we just looked at a comment that gave me a 0 for everything, and I don't care. Because guess what? I understand that if I'm gonna post something to the internet, which is a public space, people will say their opinion about it, whether it's good or bad. But you know what? I get an overwhelming majority of positive comments towards me, and only a few negative comments, because I know that the videos that I make are fun to watch. What you do is you take those negative comments and you take them personally and put much more weight on those than the hundreds of positive comments you get. When you post something on the internet, people are gonna criticize you for it. And I get criticized for my videos every day. I get straight up hate comments, and I get criticism. I get constructive criticism. And I listen to all of it, and I take it into consideration. If I agree with what they're saying, I'll improve whatever they're asking me to improve, or I'll stop doing what they're asking me to stop doing. If I don't agree with it, I don't have to listen to it. But I don't have to complain and cry like a little baby and say, oh my gosh, he's being mean. Ugh. That's not what I do. That's what you do. Stop. Thea says, go ahead and discourage them. Once again, if you are now never gonna do art again because of my video, you don't deserve to be an artist. Finchwing has stated that she doesn't want her artworks to be reposted anywhere. It might be considered stealing, as from what I heard, he makes money out of it, which is absolutely disrespectful towards the animators that participated in this map. First of all, let me educate the hell out of you really quick. Warrior Cats is an IP that is not owned by anyone participating in this map. Nobody owns Warrior Cats. Every single person here has committed copyright infringement. Every single person. You've committed copyright infringement. If you're also making money off of that, you can possibly go to jail for that. It is totally illegal to use Warrior Cats in the way that these maps use Warrior Cats. It is completely illegal. You do not own the IP. You do not have permission to use the IP of Warrior Cats. What I do is I review and criticize these maps, which means since I'm reviewing and criticizing it and making it transformative in nature, it is legal for me to use it, and it's legal for me to use anything that anyone posts in this way because it falls under fair use. That is why you all failed at taking my video down, because my legal team came back and slapped you in the face and said, hey, you wanna go to jail for 5 years? Because you will if you don't drop the claim now. It's all just the same. Every single comment I get is the same. It's like we've seen everything at this point. I don't wanna go through it anymore. To sum it up, everyone hates Pkrussl. What's new? Everyone's a moron. The map community is just the animation meme community, but they're not as evolved as the animation meme community. One day, they're all gonna like me, just like the animation meme community. But for now, they don't. They all hate me. And it's hilarious to watch their reaction to my videos. Every map review from now on is gonna be Warrior Cats. So get excited for that. Hell yeah. And if you all continue to post dumb comments, I'll make more videos like this one calling you out for it. So stop doing that. Stop being little babies, and maybe I'll review a non-Warrior Cats map here and there. But for now, it's just too funny. It's too funny to pass up the opportunity to only review Warrior Cats maps. It's just too funny. Thank you for watching. Donate to my Patreon, just $1 per month. Link down below. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Check out my second channel. Oh, well, what's this? Link down below. Here's a little preview. Just desolation. Except for the Burger King right there. I tried to post on there sometimes. Link down below. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. Make sure you become a member, which you can get to by following the link down below as well. Members have some of the same benefits as patrons. You get all my videos early. There's an exclusive live stream once a month for members and patrons, so on and so forth. So there's lots of cool stuff going on there. Exclusive role on the Discord for patrons exists. I don't know how to set that up with members just yet, but I'm gonna find a way to do that. So check it out, links down below. Support your boy. Subscribe, bing that bell, give a like, leave a comment, tell me what you thought. Bye!